Got my eyes straight ahead, got my head in the game. With the red light on, I'm just waiting for the change. Keep my head down low.
Hi, I'm Jay Fallon. Thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope. So, look, I'm going to go through, first off, a video. We're going to look at what The View, the ladies on The View, what they've been talking about. I was interested to see what their reaction is to the election and the results, seeing as they are not the biggest fans of Donald J. Trump. Also, they have repeated some complete falsities. Okay, complete false information, and yet they can constantly put it out there that everyone else is full of misinformation and that they are, they are the gatekeepers of truth. So I wanted to see how they would react because it seems like the mainstream media, the old school, the OG media, just in America, just losing their minds. Now, also, if you're watching this video and you're wondering what the heck is that sitting in front of you, Jay, well, it's I live obviously in the Whitsundays in a place which has a big mango when you come, and so yeah, this is a little mango that I've got a couple of mango trees myself, but we've had some windy days and all the flowers got blown off. But obviously, I know a lot of people with mango. So as soon as I finish this broadcast, as soon as I finish this episode, I've got a whole crate full of mangoes. But yeah, I'm going to cut up a couple of nice little mangoes here. Just thought I'd let you know. Anyway, so let's check out The View and just go through how they are reacting to the news that Donald Trump is now the president again.
To be hopeful that people who believe in public service in the country are going to go.
The thing that I wanted to finish up with is it's hard for some of us to hear that rhetoric.
Yeah.
After 50 years, after 70 years, to hear that rhetoric coming back, to hear things that came out of people's mouths that we all decided as a public group we weren't going to talk to each other that way.
Yeah.
So for me, when I hear that, I feel okay when I'm pissed at somebody who's talking down to somebody else. I'm all right with that. Mm-hmm. What I'm not all right with is trying to further wreck the country. So that's why everything that everyone is saying at the table really comes down to, listen, we're still here. People, when I got out of the car today, because nobody will let me drive, I saw mailmen, people with their kids. I saw people walking around, looking, drinking what is the coffee stuff from Starbucks. Yeah. I don't drink coffee, so I never remember. But I saw people living their lives, and that's what we have to do. And when things get to be so bright that we see them, we got to call them out.
Yes.
You have to call them out.
And no one's going to be storming the Capitol.
Yes.
You know what gets me? The exit polls showed, according to our research department here at ABC News, the state of democracy was the top issue to voters overall. So that says that they voted for a guy who wanted to overthrow the election, who also said he would be a dictator on day one. And they also said that democracy was number one. So I'm concluding that maybe they don't believe him.
But I think it means different things. I think democracy means different things.
It means a different
to different
thing.
people.
These ladies just blow me away. They don't understand. Okay, people, they don't understand. They can't see the writing. Even though all the mistakes that they make, all the rhetoric that comes out from the Democratic Party, or the bad policies, and yet they're talking about democracy and he's going to overthrow democracy. No. He's trying to point out that, hey, the system that they have is extremely flawed. It's extremely flawed. They use that system, like I said, they've used it with basically lawfare against Donald Trump, trying to throw him in jail for things that you shouldn't have been able to put him on trial for in the first place. And yet they changed the system just so they could attack him. That's not the way to go. That's not what you should be doing. But they are too ignorant and too arrogant to see the problems in their own party that they all support. And they are too narcissistic to see that they are the ones who are perhaps on the wrong side of this, uh, forgetting that he's not just won the electoral vote, but he's also won the popular vote. But narcissism reigns at this table.
You're trying to overthrow a legitimate election and you say you're going to be a dictator. I don't know how you interpret that any other way,
democracy.
frankly. Yeah. So I can only conclude that they don't believe he's going to do that. And I hope they're right. I hope that they are right.
So
what did you think? A bit of Trump derangement syndrome? Do you think they're telling the truth? To me, they're all making excuses, but they're not facing the facts that Kamala was just a bad candidate. They tried to just parachute her into the role. No one had voted for her. No one else wanted her. She was just a plant by the Obama government. And secondly, the campaign itself, they've made this decision to align themselves with all these celebrities who have got so much dirty laundry in their very recent history. You know, J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, Jenny from the block, Jenny who's been around the block time and time and time again. Usher, Cardi B, who can barely speak a coherent sentence for crying out loud. All these people, Beyonce, the history that they have with P. Diddy, and social media wasn't letting up on them. They were telling everyone, hey, all you hypocrites, you're going out there talking about justice, talking about all these things that this woman, you want the first female president because, she's going to stand up for America. But yet you're all got this close relationship with a possible rapist. He was on footage flogging the crap out of his girlfriend. He's been having these mass orgies for years, for literally decades. You can't tell me J-Lo didn't know. She mightn't have known about the freak-offs, but really she didn't know about the big orgies. I mean, I've heard interviews where people said, yeah, they've gone through. One particular person said, yep, before midnight, he was going through the apartment. Obviously, the house at the Diddy party. He wasn't invited to a freak off. He didn't know about this stuff, but he said, 11 o'clock, he was going through different levels and he could see adults engaging in sexual activity, sex out in the open. And it was turning into orgies. I mean, and what, J-Lo didn't know about all this stuff? She wasn't, but this is the thing. They are so depraved. This is what they're all about, the depravity. And yet we're told that when they stand up and, put their hand up, say, yep, I endorse Kamala Harris, the American people were supposed to believe them, believe all these celebrities. And then when it's coming out that the American people don't agree with what these celebrities are saying, so, well, they're all misogynists, or they're all sexists, they're all racists. It's just, they treat the people like they're stupid and they get angry when the people don't do what they want them to do. Now, one more before I go, I just want to bring up this other article, which I think is very interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, and this actually looked like there's several articles about this. I'll just read this one from Fortune. It says Gen Z is the most likely to lie about who they're voting for. And it seems like they did. They did. Okay, so in this article it says, as the US, this is obviously written before it, Gen Zers might be walking around as a liar, pants on fire, so finds Axis in its poll of more than 1,800 registered voters conducted by the Harris poll between October 22nd and 24. Almost a quarter of respondents across generations say they have lied to someone close to them about who they're voting for. But that number's is highest among Gen Zers at about 48%. The number of fibbers decreases as respondents age at 38% in millennials, 17% of Gen Xers, and 6% of boomers. I would say when you've got people like, the Whoopi Goldbergs of the world, basically, and all these other celebrities calling you an idiot, calling you misogynistic, oh, you're racist, you're sexist, you're just too stupid to make up your own mind. Women, you don't make up your own mind. You're being forced by your husband because you're too gullible. Well, so obviously people are deciding, well, I'm just going to lie. I'm just going to lie about it. But Hollywood is too ignorant. The mainstream, what used to be mainstream media, they are too arrogant, too narcissistic to realize what's going on. They don't see, they haven't seen the writing. The finger wrote on the wall what was going to happen, and they were too ignorant and arrogant to see what was going on. Let me know what you think. Do you think that the women of the View, this is just mainstream media? They can't really grasp. Their view of things is so fogged up by their own arrogance and ignorance that they just cannot see clearly. They just will not understand that they are on the wrong side of things. What is the reason? What? Narcissism? Anyway, that's all just my opinion. It's probably going to be the last thing I say about American politics for a little bit, but it's been an interesting ride, I tell you. Jay Fallon, thanks for listening to The Slippery Slope.
And say it isn't real, and please don't go away. Just give me one more day. What if I could? What if I could turn back time? I'd make you smile again. And if I could unbreak your heart, and we could start again. What if I could? What if I could turn back time? I'd make you smile again. And if I could unbreak your